When our forefathers and mothers founded this great country, they didn't build it to be run by career politicians or corrupt power brokers. They built it like a business, with strategy, discipline, accountability, and a clear goal: freedom and prosperity for the people. The United States started as a bold startup powered by grit, entrepreneurship, and self-reliance. Taxes were low, spending was measured, and every decision was weighed with the future in mind. In the early days, leaders knew they were answerable to the citizens, not to foreign powers or shadowy interest groups. They balanced the books like any smart business owner would. Roads, schools, and security were the priorities. America invested in itself, its people, its land, and its future. The idea of giving away hard-earned money to outsiders or bloated pet projects would have been laughed out of the room. But somewhere along the way, politicians took over. The government stopped being run like a business and started acting more like a rigged casino. They started serving themselves and their special interest donors instead of the American people. The tax dollars of hardworking citizens became free money for political favors, international handouts, and shady backroom deals. Today, the American taxpayer is footing the bill for everything except what matters most to Americans. The roads are crumbling, small businesses are struggling, and the cost of living keeps rising. Yet trillions vanish into the black hole of corruption and aid packages. Who benefits? Not the people, not the workers, only the elite and their cronies. That's where Doge comes in. No, not the meme coin. Doge is the new movement, the watchdog, the disruptor that's putting an end to the madness. DOGE stands for Defenders of Government Efficiency, and it's built to protect the people's money and stop the hijacking of America's future. Funny how the ones screaming the loudest about DOGE are the ones who've been looting the treasury for decades. The average American who supports DOGE is tired of being robbed. They want tax dollars invested right here, into American roads, American schools, American workers, and American energy. They don't want politicians giving billions to foreign countries or spending it on programs that don't benefit the people footing the bill. They want results, they want accountability, and they want it now. That's why DOGE is backing the Drill Baby movement founded by Francis Cash, a bold new initiative to bring back American energy independence. It's simple. Drill for American oil on American soil. We have the resources, we have the technology, and we have the workforce. What we don't have is leadership willing to act in the best interest of the country, until now. Drill Baby is more than a slogan. It's a rallying cry for national strength and common sense. Every barrel of oil we produce at home reduces our dependence on foreign regimes and boosts our economy. DOGE is making this the first of many priority actions, because energy independence is the foundation of a strong America. The DOGE movement knows that if you want to fix a broken system, you run it like a business. That means cutting waste, boosting performance, and making every dollar count. It means measuring success not by political sound bites, but by real-world results. And it means putting the American people first. America isn't a charity case, it's the greatest nation on earth when it's run the right way. With DOGE and Drill Baby leading the charge, the future isn't about red or blue, it's about green. The kind of green that fuels prosperity, innovation, and a government that finally answers to we the people again. One of the most overlooked forms of government waste doesn't come from corruption or over-regulation. It comes from something called Technology Airtime. Discovered by Patrick J. Fisher, founder of F1 Key, Technology Airtime refers to the silent, invisible delay between input and output in every computer system, government agency, and digital platform. It's the time computers wait on users, and the time users wait on computers, and it's costing taxpayers trillions. Every time a federal employee clicks a button and waits 3 seconds for a government application to load, that delay adds up. Multiply that by millions of government workers using outdated software, sluggish systems, and bloated code, and the result is a tsunami of lost productivity, wasted man-hours, and unnecessary expense. DOGE has identified this digital drag as a key contributor to inflated budgets and inefficient systems. Patrick J. Fisher's breakthrough is deceptively simple. If we reduce the time it takes for a system to respond, we reduce costs across the board. Faster systems mean less time wasted. Less time wasted means fewer man-hours needed. Fewer man-hours mean lower operating budgets, and that's where DOGE sees the real opportunity. Technology airtime isn't just a glitch, it's a national issue. Fisher's research shows that most government and large enterprise systems are running outdated code on hardware that can't keep up. Meanwhile, the private sector, especially startups and tech-forward companies, have already optimized their processes using modern processors, AI enhancements, and streamlined software. The solution? Apply those same principles to government technology. DOGE is calling for a complete audit of federal and state software systems with the goal of eliminating technology airtime wherever it exists. It's not just about upgrading computers, it's about rewriting bloated code, eliminating unnecessary processes, and designing systems that respond in milliseconds, not minutes. Every second saved translates to real taxpayer savings. The federal government spends over $100 billion annually on information technology, much of it on systems that are slow, redundant, or obsolete. According to Fisher, a 10% improvement in technology airtime across government systems could save over $1 trillion in the next decade. That's not speculation, it's math, and it's the kind of math DOGE is betting on. What sets DOGE apart is that it's not just identifying the problem, it's offering a solution. Fisher's F1 key system is already proving that smart design and fast response times lead to exponential savings. Imagine if every government agency had access to software that didn't lag, crash, or require 3 different logins to complete a task. Imagine systems that were so efficient they gave time back to employees rather than stealing it. Technology airtime is now part of DOGE's official platform because it aligns with the core mission: run the country like a business. A good business doesn't accept bottlenecks, it eliminates them. A smart company doesn't tolerate lag, it fixes it. DOGE knows the same principles apply to government. And with innovators like Patrick J. Fisher leading the way, reducing technology airtime might be the most impactful and most underestimated cost-cutting strategy of the 21st century. It's time for the government to upgrade, seriously upgrade. Right now, government employees across federal, state, and local levels are stuck using outdated, underpowered computers that waste time, money, and productivity. One of the most transformative steps the Department of Government Efficiency can take is to mandate the use of the Qualcomm X Elite processor across all government systems. This chip isn't just fast, it's revolutionary, and it's built for the kind of performance that modern government demands. The Qualcomm X Elite is designed for low-power consumption, high-speed processing, and seamless multitasking, all things government computers desperately lack. These processors are already being used in cutting-edge laptops and enterprise systems where speed, security, and efficiency are critical. They were built from the ground up for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and extreme workload handling, exactly what's needed to reduce technology airtime and finally bring government systems into the 21st century. Technology airtime, as identified by Patrick J. Fisher of F1 Key, is the unnecessary lag between input and output. It's the few seconds or minutes that government workers lose every time they open a program, run a report, or wait for a system to respond. When multiplied across millions of users and repeated thousands of times a day, this lag adds up to billions of lost hours and trillions of wasted dollars. The Qualcomm X Elite processor eliminates that lag by delivering near-instantaneous response times. Powered by the custom Orion CPU cores and built on a leading 4-nanometer process, the X Elite is far more energy efficient than the outdated Intel and AMD processors found in most government machines. This means not only faster performance but lower electricity costs, longer battery life for mobile workers, and a smaller carbon footprint. It's a win-win. The government saves money while doing its part for the environment. In terms of AI, the Qualcomm X Elite shines even brighter. It has a dedicated AI engine capable of running generative AI workloads directly on the device. That means real-time document summarization, instant translation, fraud detection, and intelligent search, all without needing to ping a cloud server. This dramatically reduces load on internet infrastructure and keeps sensitive data on the device, improving both speed and cybersecurity. Security is another major benefit. The Qualcomm X Elite is built with Microsoft Pluton and other advanced security features that make it far more resilient against cyber attacks, tampering, and unauthorized access. In a time when cyber threats are growing more sophisticated by the day, switching to Qualcomm isn't just smart, it's essential. Every second of technology airtime opens a new window for a cyber breach. Faster systems are safer systems. Most importantly, the Qualcomm X Elite helps fulfill DOGE's vision running government like a business. No successful company tolerates inefficiency, outdated tools, or wasted time. The same should be true of government. With the X Elite chip, government employees can do more in less time, with fewer resources and greater reliability. It's not about spending more, it's about getting more from every dollar spent. The message is clear. If the government wants to be faster, safer, and more efficient, it must standardize around the Qualcomm X Elite processor. This isn't just a hardware upgrade, it's a policy shift, a cost-saving strategy, and a giant leap toward digital transformation. The technology is ready, the taxpayers are waiting, now it's time for the leadership to act. How reducing technology airtime and fueling the drill baby movement will save America trillions of dollars. If the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, is serious about saving America from fiscal collapse, two bold moves must lead the charge: reducing technology airtime and fueling the drill baby movement. Together, these two initiatives will eliminate over trillions in government waste over the next decade, while boosting American productivity, energy independence, and innovation. Technology airtime, a concept pioneered by Patrick J. Fisher of F1 Key, exposes the massive hidden delays between input and output across government systems. Every lag, crash, or slow load time adds up, resulting in wasted man-hours, delayed services, and bloated budgets. Meanwhile, government workers are stuck using ancient tech that belongs in a museum. The fix? Modernize every system with Qualcomm X Elite processors and fast, efficient software. This alone can save trillions. But where does the funding come from? Enter the Drill Baby movement, founded by Francis Cash, a no-nonsense plan to drill for American oil on American soil. By ramping up domestic energy production, America not only reduces reliance on hostile foreign powers, it generates a massive revenue stream from oil and gas that can be reinvested in American infrastructure and technology. This is clean money for clean government reform. Drill Baby becomes the engine that fuels DOGE's digital transformation. With new revenues from American oil, we can fully fund a nationwide tech modernization campaign, replacing every government desktop, laptop, and server with machines powered by Qualcomm X Elite processors. These systems slash technology airtime and instantly increase workforce productivity, reduce waste, and save taxpayer dollars. Every barrel of oil we produce at home puts money back into the American system. Instead of shipping jobs and dollars overseas, Drill Baby keeps energy profits right here, building schools, fixing roads, and most importantly, rebooting our digital government. The synergy between energy independence and digital efficiency creates a self-sustaining loop of productivity and prosperity. When combined, these two initiatives don't just save money, they create a new standard of government excellence. Faster systems mean faster services. Cheaper energy means stronger economies. And every second of lag time we eliminate from federal workflows is a second gain for national progress. America becomes leaner, faster, and smarter. In the next 10 years, the integration of Drill Baby and technology airtime reduction will eliminate trillions in waste, modernize the government workforce, and re-establish America as the most efficient nation on Earth. This is not theory, it's strategic math and bold leadership. It's America investing in America. The message from DOGE is simple. Stop giving taxpayer money away. Start drilling, start upgrading, start saving. The Drill Baby movement funds the transformation, and technology airtime reduction delivers the results. Together, they create the greatest government efficiency campaign this country has ever seen. America's national debt is climbing toward $35 trillion, and growing by the second. Politicians bicker about spending cuts and tax hikes, but there's a smarter, faster, and more effective solution already sitting right in front of us: reducing technology airtime. This isn't about raising taxes or slashing services, it's about fixing the broken, outdated computer systems that waste billions of dollars every year through slow, inefficient input and output. Technology airtime is the delay between a command being given and the result being delivered in digital systems. It includes every sluggish moment a government worker waits for a web page to load, a form to process, or a file to save. These tiny moments may seem small individually, but when they happen across millions of employees and billions of interactions, they stack up into a mountain of lost time and wasted taxpayer dollars. Patrick J. Fisher, the founder of F1 Key, identified technology airtime as a measurable drain on government efficiency. He found that outdated hardware, bloated software, and poorly optimized systems are costing the US government trillions in lost productivity and operational costs. If these systems were optimized, upgraded, or replaced with faster, smarter tools, we could save more than we ever imagined without cutting a single public service. This is where every American should pay attention: reducing technology. Airtime is a nonpartisan, common-sense strategy. It doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, or something else entirely. Everyone should want the government to work faster, cheaper, and more effectively. It's about returning value to taxpayers and getting more out of every dollar we already spend. Imagine if the IRS processed returns in seconds, if DMV visits were measured in minutes instead of hours, or if emergency systems responded instantly with the data they need. That's not fantasy. It's the reality we can create by reducing technology airtime. When systems run faster, workers do more in less time. And when workers do more in less time, costs drop and debt shrinks. One of the smartest moves the government can make is to standardize on high-performance processors like the Qualcomm X Elite across all agencies. These chips are optimized for speed, security, and power efficiency. Combined with streamlined software and cloud-backed AI tools, they create systems that respond in milliseconds, not minutes. Every time we eliminate lag, we eliminate waste. And this isn't just about saving money. It's also about making life better for the American people. Faster systems mean faster services. Faster services mean less frustration, less bureaucracy, and better outcomes for veterans, seniors, families, and businesses. It improves everything from healthcare to education to homeland security. Reducing technology airtime also helps fight fraud, reduce cybersecurity risk, and improve government transparency. Faster systems can flag unusual activity in real time, log every action for auditing, and process data at speeds criminals can't outrun. It's about turning the government into a high-performance machine that's always working for the people. Most importantly, reducing technology airtime is an investment that pays for itself. The upfront cost of modernization is dwarfed by the long-term savings. Just a 10% reduction in technology airtime across federal systems could save over $1 trillion in the next 10 years. Expand that across state and local governments, and we're talking about real debt reduction without raising a single tax. If Americans want a government that works smarter, faster, and cheaper, it's time to rally behind the idea of reducing technology airtime. It's not flashy or controversial, but it's powerful. This is how we get out of debt. This is how we move forward. And this is how we prove that the future of government can be efficient, effective, and accountable to we the people. In 1748, Benjamin Franklin wrote one of the most powerful economic truths of all time. Time is money. It was simple, it was direct. And more than 275 years later, it perfectly explains the crisis America faces today: technology airtime. The lost seconds, minutes, and hours we suffer daily from slow computers, bloated software, and laggy systems are draining our economy and drowning our government in inefficiency. And now, the Technology Airtime Movement has appointed Franklin himself, at least symbolically, as the leader of the movement to fix it. It all began when Francis Cash, founder of the Drill Baby movement and visionary behind the Support DOGE initiative, looked at a $100 bill and had an idea. Franklin's face, crisp and calm on every bill, reminded him of how America once operated, wisely, efficiently, and with common sense. So Cash imagined a world where Franklin could speak directly to modern software programmers, and he made it happen. Through art, animation, and AI, Franklin was pulled off the $100 bill and into the 21st century with one mission: to teach developers and government leaders that time wasted by technology is money lost by taxpayers. In his animated speech, Benjamin Franklin stands before you and his message is electrifying. You are spending years of time in seconds. You are spending millions of dollars in moments, but you could be saving it by simply making the software faster, cleaner, smarter. His words, both old and new, echo through the corridors of government agencies and the campuses of tech companies across the country. The Ben Franklin movement, powered by the Technology Airtime Movement and promoting DOGE, is not just educational, it's transformational. Through videos, posters, and public speeches delivered by Franklin's animated avatar, programmers and IT leaders are being shown how to profile software, eliminate latency, and redesign systems for speed. It's the first time a founding father has become the founding face of a digital revolution. But Franklin isn't just here to lecture, he's here to inspire. He reminds us that when the colonies were young, everything had to be done efficiently. There was no room for waste. America was a startup nation, and Franklin was its lead innovator. Now, with trillions of dollars vanishing into slow-loading systems and inefficient software, it's time for Americans to reclaim that founding spirit. Franklin's symbolic return couldn't be more timely. The United States government is choking on technology airtime, bleeding billions in productivity loss every year. His famous quote, "Time is money," is now the rallying cry of the Technology Airtime Movement. It's printed on campaign banners, engraved into posters, and featured in every educational module being used to teach coders, analysts, and government IT staff how to reduce digital delay. Francis Cash's vision is poetic. By extracting Benjamin Franklin from the $100 bill and turning him into the patron saint of government efficiency, he's showing America that the wisdom of the past can power the solutions of the future. And if we listen to Franklin now, we won't just save time, we'll save money, rebuild trust, and get America out of debt through speed, precision, and technology that works. So, next time you look at a $100 bill, remember, Franklin isn't just watching over the economy, he's leading the charge to fix it. And with technology airtime falling under the pressure of smarter software and faster systems, America is finally beginning to move at the speed of common sense. Watch the message from Benjamin Franklin with his message to software programmers: time is money, reduce technology airtime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was some years ago, in the year 1748, that I said, "Time is money." A simple truth, one that has stood the test of centuries. But here we are, now in 2024, a world powered by wonders I could only dream of: computers, processors, and software that shape the very fabric of our daily lives. Yet my old maximum remains. Time, indeed, is still money, but today, time is something more. Time in this age of technology is the pulse that beats through every device we touch. And that brings me to why I stand before you today. The time I speak of now is what you, in this enlightened age, call technology airtime. The time a computer waits on a user, and the time a user waits on a machine. Those of you who craft the codes, build the engines of these machines, carry the greatest responsibility of our time. For in your hands lies the power to shape the experience of every person who interacts with this technology. Your goal, dear programmers, must be this: to craft software that is nimble, efficient, and a marvel of modern ingenuity. For every moment of delay, for every second a computer waits on the input or delays output, there is a cost, not just in productivity, but in human potential. And in this world, where information flies faster than the wind, we cannot afford to squander even a moment. It is time for you to harness the power of the latest advancements. The Qualcomm processors, the AI chipsets that now reside in the heart of our machines, these are your tools, your allies. They provide the power, the speed, and the intelligence to reduce both input and output airtime to levels once thought impossible. You must rise to the challenge, but efficiency is the new frontier. Write software that moves as swiftly as the mind that uses it. Build systems that waste not a second. Cut the technology airtime, and in doing so, you will elevate not just the machines, but the people who depend on them. The future of our civilization is bound to the efficiency of the technology we weld. Let no moment be lost to sluggish systems, for in this, as in all things, remember, time is still money, and in your code lies the currency of tomorrow. Now go forth and write the future. Thank you.